Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. Hope y'all are having a good one. Let's take a look here and see who we got hanging out with us today. Got a few folks here. Mr. Larry Galt says, morning, everyone. Hump day again. Yep. Leo Steger says, good morning from Central Ohio. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday to you, Leo. Clyde CNC's here. How you doing, Clyde? Marcelo's here. Good morning. Appreciate the thumbs up. Darren Birds is here. Good morning, Darren. Troy Pritchard is here. Happy hump day to you. Let's see. Gary Hammond is here. Good morning, Gary. Monroe Cook is here. Good morning. Kevin Ells. Good morning, sir. Sean is here. Good morning. All right, George. Now wait. 8:18. All right, now come on. Solar Man is here. He says, morning person is not me. All right. Hope you're feeling a little better there, Ryan. It is going to be another gorgeous day. It's going to get a little warm today, though. I think Joanne says it's going to get up around 90. So we're starting to get up in the 90s already, looks like. From what typos, yeah. Yeah, you need to take them boxing gloves off before you start typing, George. That's all right. We don't care. Kenneth is here this morning. How you doing, Kenneth? I really have not much to talk about. Had some company yesterday. Had Mary Mallory and her sister come and hang out in the shop a little bit and ask some mock 3 questions and stuff like that. Went over some stuff. So hopefully the information I gave them was helpful and enjoyed their visit. It seems kind of weird because, or at least it does to me. I guess it's just, one of those, it's a small world type thing. But, of course, Mary lives in Danville, which is the little town I grew up. She lives out in the country, right? I know exactly where it is when I looked up the address because it's like where I used to ride my bike as a kid. Her house wasn't there back then because it's a newer house, but so just probably a mile or two from where I grew up, and then now she has a sister in Covington, I think a brother in Locust Grove, and I think she said another brother in Snellville, Georgia, or something. Anyway, so all 3 of those are close to where I'm at now. So it seems kind of weird that I know exactly where she's at and she knows exactly where I'm at. So anyway, let's see. LB's here. Good morning, sir. You can drag in here anytime. We leave the door unlocked. You don't have to get here on time. Kathy's watching over on the Facebook. Good morning, Kathy. Landis said, good morning. Did my first piece on the 3D printer. Turned out great. Awesome. It's, some people will tell you there's a big learning curve on 3D printing. I don't know if I really agree with that or not. I really think it's all in how much attention you pay to getting it set up correctly. Getting that bed, because everything else gonna spit that stuff out and do its thing. It's all if you have the gap right, on the bed and all that kind of stuff, and the temperature's right. I don't think it's all that difficult. If any, plus now there's a million people doing it, so there's always videos and help you can get with different things if you haven't. But it's I don't think it's that, unless I'm just lucky. I don't know, but everything I print here seems to come out really, really nice. Greg Hamilton's in the house. Good morning, Greg. Hope you're doing well. Love the sunset pictures from beautiful Rockdale County. Let's see. Lonnie says, trying to print a temple. A temple? Okay. From Design Spark. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by that. When you say you're trying to print something, and I'm assuming DS means Design Spark, but you don't really print it from there. You create the STL and export the file from Design Spark, export it as a STL, and then you put that in your slicer. So you got me confused there, saying trying to print something from Design Spark, because it's not going, unless I'm missing what you're saying here. Template. Okay. Oh, a paper temp, trying to print out just what you've drawn. Okay. I haven't even tried to do that, so I don't know what kind of settings you have to do. Yeah, Clyde says you can always use Google or YouTube University. Yeah. That's where I got my degree. YouTube University. I got a BS degree. Did y'all hear? Let me get a sip of coffee here. Oh, that's so good. Did y'all hear that our wonderful leaders in Washington are now, I guess yesterday was the first day they're doing hearings about all the UFO stuff. And of course, they don't even call it UFOs anymore. It's called UAP, Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. I don't know why they decided they had to change it from UFO. But anyway, they started doing these hearings, and I got an article pulled up right here. It says Pentagon officials testify at first public UFO hearing in more than 50 years. So if you have any thoughts on that, please put them in the comments. I want to see what your thoughts are about that hearing. And then I'll share mine. Yeah, Gary says there's a lot of BS on YouTube. Yeah, you know exactly what I was talking about when I said I got my BS degree from YouTube, didn't you? Yeah, I just anxious to hear your thoughts about the hearing thing. If you have any, you may not even know that they did it, but it's all over the news. That's the big thing right now. That's what they're talking about. But I don't know if there's any aliens around here or not. There might be. I might have one living next door for all I know. But all right, I don't see any comments popping up, so apparently y'all don't have any thoughts on that. Let's see what George says. He assembled his Creality Ender CR3 yesterday. Fine tuning the print. Great news. It spits out PLA. Just need to adjust the bed height. Yeah. Well, I can tell you, and like I say, I'm a long way from an expert on 3D printing. But I do know that if you spend your time up front getting that bed level, when you take the paper and you do, like I did like 3 spots. I'd start in the front left corner, and then in the middle, in the front, and then on the right, and then I'd go about halfway and do there, just so basically I did about 9 spots. But I did that like 5 times. Each time I would get to the end, I would come back and start over again, because sometimes when you get one spot feeling really good with that piece of paper, by the time you get all the way back to the other end and you've made other adjustments, you come back up here, and now that's either too tight or too loose or whatever, too big a gap and stuff. So, all right, Gary says he's working on moving, yeah, so he don't have time. Okay. Well, I just wondered, and I'll give you my thoughts real quick about it. I'm thinking, because they're making a big deal out of this. They're like, oh man, this is the first time they're testifying in a hearing in 50 years. It's a big deal. And I'm thinking, it might be a big deal that there's UFOs or whatever flying around or landing and whatever. It might be a big deal. But right now, with all the other stuff that's going on, I would think out of their list of things that they should be concentrating on, that would be at the bottom. It's like you waited 50 years. What's waiting another year or two before we get some other stuff straightened out? So it makes me wonder. I'm like, okay, well, what kind of crap are they trying to distract us from now that they all want us to worry about aliens and stuff like that? So I don't know. Just think it's weird that they're trying to make such a big deal about that right now when there's a million other things to worry about. And we don't even have baby formula on the shelves, for crying out loud. Gas, I just noticed gas jumped up here. It was down around, I want to say around 350 or so, and just like overnight, it's up to $4 a gallon again. And no doubt will go a lot higher. Ryan says he only levels at the corners. I check it in the middle as well. In the middle front, middle, and the middle back. Just because I have one of the other 3D printers that I used to have, it had, depending on which way you had the glass setting on, it either had a dip or a hump if you flipped it over the other way. So I always check all over. Lonnie says a BL Touch probe will end all bed leveling. Yeah, I suppose that's true. And now this isn't a BL Touch, but I still have this Creality Touch that I still have got to do a video on and install this on the Ender 3 back there. But I have watched, again, getting back to YouTube University, I have watched some videos of some guys that have big channels, 3D printing channels, so they know a whole lot more about it than I do. And some of those guys are not impressed with this auto bed leveling stuff. They're saying that, it's not that hard to do it with a paper. Once you do it a few times, it's not a big deal, and you don't have any issues with with those things. So I don't know. I can't really knock those things because I haven't put that on there yet. But I'm gonna put it on there and see. Maybe I'll leave it on there. Maybe I won't. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Gary. Can't sell electric cars when gas is cheap. I just always shake my head when I think about electric cars, though, because I'm thinking, I mentioned this before. Those cars run on stored energy. That's what a battery is. It's energy storage. Something's got to put that energy in there, and it ain't going to be windmills and uh, solar panels and unicorn dust and all that stuff. So I don't know. Jim Jones says waiting on the oven to heat up. Why am I not surprised about that? Diane Carpenter's in the house. Good morning. Big Jack, you could almost see him. And no, you can't. He's right over here laying in the doorway, kind of halfway in the doorway. If you look close, you might be able to see his foot sticking out there. By the way, I took Jack to the vet yesterday. He's he's healthy as a horse, but the vet doctor, I guess that's what you call him, veterinarian. She said, "Well, he's okay. Everything's good with Jack except for his weight." And I said, "Well, tell me about his weight." I said, "Is he a little bit overweight? Is he kind of overweight, or is he a lot overweight?" And she says, "Well, he's a lot overweight." He got on that. They have this big scale thing that they just walk him on there and hold him still for a second. He weighed 126 pounds. And now this doctor, veterinarian, said, well, he probably, for his breed and she just said he should probably weigh about 95 pounds. So that's, do the math. That's 30 something pounds. So I don't know. I got a feeling Jack's probably not going to like me very much the next few months. So I'd already started cutting back on the food, and I swear he doesn't eat as much as he used to. So I don't know. I might have to start kind of cutting back, I guess. I think if I just start putting just a little bit less in the bowl, maybe he won't notice. Of course, she's listening to me right now, so you can hear what I'm saying. Anyway, we'll see. Diana's on it. Says, yeah, green bean diet. Okay. I know. The thing I hate about that is that's just something else I have to buy. I figure it's not, I don't think the green beans are going to make him lose weight. I think he just needs to, it doesn't matter that he's eating the dog food stuff. He just needs to eat less of it and maybe get a little more exercise. So he does love it. I asked the doctor about that, as a matter of fact, and she just kind of like, yeah, you can do that, but if you do that, cut back on the other stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Larry said, I just seen you posted another TS video this morning. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to keep them on a somewhat regular schedule. I've been having one come out on a Wednesday, and then the other ones come out on Saturday morning. Owner needs to walk him. Yeah. Are you trying to call me fat? Clyde says, Mine is down to a quarter cup twice a day. Okay. Well, she asked me how much I feed him. I said, well, I have like an old soup can that I use as a scoop. And I usually give him about a cup and a half, but sometimes he gets that twice a day because, it just don't seem like when I put it in the bowl, it just don't seem like a lot of stuff. But we'll see. Gary says people that drive electric drive different than gas people. You plug in whenever you're home, so you always start with a full tank. Yeah. Yeah, I think that really, if I had an electric car, I think it would be great for me because I'm home all the time and I always take little short trips, don't really go anywhere and stuff. But it's when you want to take a trip, go visit somebody a few states away or something, then that's when you have a little trouble trying to figure out how far you can go, where, you got to make sure wherever you stop has got a place to charge it. And then they say the problem is the charging technology. You can't pull into a charging station, plug it in, and 5 minutes later drive off with a full charge like you can with gas. So, and I can't wait to see how the electric semi trailers, the big trucks that haul all our groceries to us. I wonder how that's going to work. I don't know. I just see a lot of problems with it. Not a fan. Not a fan of the electric thing. I think it's right now. It's still all a pipe dream, and most people won't realize that. Ryan says it is changing. Most are moving to lithium. For lithium, I prefer the Lipo 4. Okay. And where does the lithium come from? Where do we get that from? Diane says she needs to be put on a green bean diet. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they need to be, they're supposed to be skinny. Dachshunds are. Well, Jack is, I'll see if I can get him to lose a few. I don't, at least he wasn't a whole lot more because I think the last year when I took him, I think he weighed 124 something. So I guess he's pretty much maxed out as far as the weight, but he does need to lose a few. So I'll have to work on that with him. Let's see. Thought I saw another comment here somewhere. Did I miss it? Yeah. Think of people trying to get out of Florida with hurricane coming and everyone trying to change their batteries at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it may be a technology that one day it'll be like everybody wants it to be, but I think they are years and years and years and years away from that. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, yeah, we can agree to disagree with that. Let's see. I saw something else too. I thought, oh, here it is. No, that wasn't it. Let's see, Ryan, what kind of battery do you use for solar applications? What's the best bang for the buck? I thought I saw another comment there. I guess I'm seeing things because I do not see it now. Or maybe I didn't scroll. Okay, here it is. I didn't scroll up far enough. George says, I can't believe we are alone. The universe is really, really big. There are too many coincidences in history, unexplained pictures from Egypt, Nazca lines in South America. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff. And like I said, I'm curious. I would love to know the scoop on all that too. But like I said, I think now with all the stuff that's going wrong, now's not the time to be worrying about trying to testify in Congress. They should have a lot more urgent things to be talking about, especially since they've ignored them the last 50 years. You know, and I'm sure all the all the documents, when they do those FOIA requests, Freedom of Information Act, all the documents will be just blacked out stuff anyway. So, you know, they love to redact stuff. Client says electric trains like in England. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm all for the electric stuff as soon as somebody can convince me that you don't have to use the other kind of power to create the energy that you're storing in these batteries. Elon is either an alien or a time traveler. That's a good point. He, he is kind of a weird dude, isn't he? I mean, he's smart as all get out, but I think he's one of those people that when they like I've seen him on all kinds of different, the TED Talk, I've seen him on Joe Rogan, I've seen him, being interviewed by all kinds of different people. And I think he's just one of those people that he's so dadgum smart that he has trouble talking because his brain is going 90 miles an hour and his mouth won't go that fast. So, but yeah, I would never bet against Elon on anything. Yeah. Says, I am stunned. Consumers Energy is planning on shuttering the fossil fuel power plants. Where will the power come from? Yeah, I mean, it's like you see what happened to, to Germany. They were able to do a lot of their own stuff, and then they said, "Well, we're going to shut all that down, all that dirty stuff. We're going to shut it all down, the nuclear and the fossil fuel stuff, and they're going to go with sun, what is it, windmills and the solar panels, and we're just going to be green. It's all going to be lovely." Well, then there wasn't enough. They couldn't get enough power. That didn't cut it. There just wasn't enough there to get from out of thin air like that. So then they had to start getting oil from the Russians, and you see how that's working out. So I don't know. Just don't understand some of this stuff. Yeah, no, that would be a pipe dream for sure, Jim. A balanced budget. Don't hold your breath on that one. Yeah, that's true. That's true. All of the all of the problems, really, when you think about it, all of our problems, where do they come from? Washington. That's where they all come from. Both sides, or all three. Or, whether you count independents, Democrats, Republicans, they're all rotten. Every last one of them. And we've let it happen. We have let it happen. Okay, well, I guess my yeah, there you go. Yeah. See, now that's exactly right. But see, that's the problem. Those idiots on, well, you know who I'm talking about. They just want to cut it off. Well, you can't cut it off till you got something ready to replace it. Like I said, I'm all for the other stuff, but let's not shut this off yet, you know, until you got something that's gonna take care of everybody's needs the other way. But it's like, no, you know, you wouldn't have a, you wouldn't have a product that you sell that sells like hotcakes and then go, well, I need to start this new thing and I'm going to stop selling these. And now I'm going to start making prototypes over here. That'd be stupid. You know, you would develop the prototypes while you're still selling those other things like hotcakes. And then when it was ready to replace those, then you would make the switch. But no, they don't know how to do anything. You know, they've been telling us the planet's only got, what did Al Gore say? It's got, got another 10 or 15 years, and that was like 30 years ago. So I think they underestimate the Earth. That's what I think. I think they underestimate it. Yeah, too many tree huggers. Right. Yeah. You got to get it developed first before you say, all right, let's dump this. But these idiots are trying to dump the other. And, and like I said, they tried that what was it? I can't remember whether it was California or Texas. One of them places where I think it was California. Where they're trying to be all green and stuff, and then they tell everybody, well, no, you can't. You can't plug all your cars in at the same time because you're gonna cause a grid crash or something. I don't know. All right, let me get out of here. I got work to do. Enough of this silliness. Everybody have a good Wednesday, and we will, I guess, come back here tomorrow. We'll be at, let's see, we're at 484. We'll be at 485 tomorrow. I got a few more to go here before we wrap this up. So, y'all come back and drink some coffee with me tomorrow. And I appreciate anybody that went over there and watched that video this morning. Both of you. I appreciate it. I'll try to have something a little more interesting come out on the next one because that one was pretty easy if you've already seen it and done it. There wasn't a whole lot to it, but or maybe they're just getting where they seem easier because getting a little farther along. Anyway, we'll see y'all. Y'all have a great Wednesday. Take care.